Hello everyone, welcome again to our YouTube channel IELTS by Neil. Today we are going to discuss the difference between computer-based and pen and paper-based IELTS test. So as you all know, you can take the IELTS in two ways. One in computer-based, that one, and one is pen and paper. So as the name suggests, that in computer-based, you have to perform all your sections on computer. So all listening, reading, writing and speaking, everything you have to do on the computer. Whereas in the paper-based, everything, listening, writing, reading and speaking, all the four modules you have to do with pen and paper. So today let's learn about what is the difference between and which one is better for you. So one by one we're going to cover each section of the IELTS and let's see which one is best for you. Starting with the reading. In reading section, if you are giving the computer delivered, the timer will be on your screen only. So on one corner of your screen, you will have your timer and you'll be able to see how much time is left so that you can plan your reading exercise accordingly. Whereas in the pen and paper based, because there are a lot of people sitting in the room, and there's a wall clock hanging on the wall, and when there's last 10 minutes or 5 minutes left in the computer delivered, the timer here, it will start blinking with a red sign on it. Whereas in the pen and paper based, when the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes are left, examiner will let you know. In computer delivered, in the reading section, you have to write the answer straight to your final answer sheet. And most of the questions are the drag and drop, whereas in pen and paper you can write the answers on the question paper and after you have to transfer the answers to the final answer sheet. So you have to be very careful while transferring the answers, because if you make mistake or even a spelling mistake or anything, you will lose the score. Coming on to a very good advantage, that's my favorite one. In computer delivered, in the reading section, you can copy and paste. Okay, let me show you how it works. So you know the questions like one word only or two word only, those gap fills. In those questions, you have to find the words from the passage only. And sometimes while copying that word, you might make a spelling mistake if you are doing it manually. But in this computer delivered, you can just simply copy that word from the passage and just paste it in your answer sheet. So that's a very plus point. Whereas in the paper based, you don't get this. You have to see the word, you have to write it in the answer sheet. Coming to the listening section. In listening section, computer delivered exam, if you are gonna have this, your room will only have around 20 to 25 students, whereas in the pen and paper based, the number of students are much higher. They are normally around 100 or 80, 50 or maybe sometimes 120. So there are a lot of students. There is a big conference hall, and in that hall a lot of students are sitting, so you might have some echo sounds or someone's coughing, then you might have the disturbance. Whereas in this computer delivered, there is no disturbance like this, like coughing and the echo sounds of the big hall. As you can see, yeah, there we go. The rooms are smaller and have less echo, whereas the rooms are much bigger. They're not rooms actually, to be honest. They are like big conference halls, the big theaters. That's how it is. So I mean, the chances of getting disturbed while listening to the audio are much higher in this case as compared to the computer delivered. If you haven't done any practice of computer delivered format, I would suggest you to go to the IDP website and you can practice this format for free. So before giving your exam, I would suggest you to do that for sure. And to practice this pen and paper base, you can simply follow the Cambridge books, the latest version, maybe 10 to 16. I think 17 is out now, but so these are all the latest version. You can follow these. However, in the computer delivered, please do not forget to scroll down till the end. It has happened with many students that they don't scroll down the end and they end up missing some questions on the last page. So just be very sure about that. Coming on to the writing now. With the writing section, if you're giving a computer delivered, of course you have to be a fast typer, otherwise you're gonna fail or you're gonna run out of the time. Okay. Although you will get some pen and paper to make some notes. Okay, this is a favorite one. Many students ask that, is there an autocorrect in the computer delivered writing? No, there is no autocorrect. Otherwise there'll be no grammar mistakes or there'll be no spelling mistakes, right? So there is no autocorrect. However, there is one plus point, which is the screen shows the word count. So you don't have to worry about the word count. Whereas in the paper base, you have to count your words. So this is the major plus point in this computer delivered and as compared to the pen and paper based. Okay, basically with the writing, it's pretty easy. If you're typing, or if you're friendly with computer, if your typing is fast, you should go for computer delivered. If you're not friendly with computers and if your typing is not that great, so you should go for the pen and paper based. And of course, make sure when you're going for pen and paper based, your handwriting should be good. It should be readable. A person should not have to struggle while reading your handwriting. So just be very sure when choosing pen and paper based. Coming on to the last section, there's a speaking. Okay, speaking remains the same for both types of exam. So it doesn't matter if it's a computer delivered or pen and paper based, it will be the same. However, there is a very big difference in the results. So for example, if you have given computer delivered, you will get the results in only 4 to 6 working days. Normally you get it in 4 days, but they say 4 to 6 working days. Whereas pen and paper based, you will have to wait for 13 working days. So now coming on to the final question, that should you book computer delivered or should you book the pen and paper based? My suggestion would be, if you are familiar with the computers, if you are friendly with the computers and you want your result real quick, like you don't want to wait for 2 weeks, then you should go for computer delivered. Whereas if your handwriting is good and you are not that great with the computer typing, the speed is not really fast, and you don't mind waiting for like 2 weeks for the result, you're not in a hurry, so you can go for pen and paper based. There is no difference in price and the type of exam and the questions. Everything is same. Okay, the difference which is there, which I've just discussed with you, and the result, the days of results. So I hope it's clear to you which one you should book now. So please go ahead and book your IELTS exam, and if you need any help, please do let us know. And if you still have any questions related to which test should you book, please do let us know in the comment section. Thank you so much for today. See you next time.